Right now at 6.
I think it's outrageous.
Neighbors not happy about a plan to build a 25-story complex with hundreds of housing units on top of a San Francisco Safeway.
It was too big, too everything.
We'll hear from both sides of this development fight, plus how friends and former students are coming together to remember a legendary football coach killed last month at Laney College.
He was just all around just awesome guy.
And unexpected help during a crisis.
Can we come in, please?
We'll meet the San Jose couple who opened their home to people fleeing from the Black Friday mall shooting 1 week ago.
They were very terrorized. You can tell that something was really bad.
And later, an eye-popping donation for an East Bay college trying to set up students for success.
This can make that happen for generations to come.
How Cal State East Bay plans to use the gift from the ex-wife of one of the world's richest men.
This is CBS News Bay Area with Juliette Goodrich.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us at 6. A big housing controversy is brewing in San Francisco's Marina district, and even some pro-housing advocates are speaking out against it. A developer filed an application today to replace the popular Marina district Safeway with a large 25-story complex. The project would include a new Safeway and nearly 800 rental units. But neighbors tell Dahlin it is just too big.
Turning the single-story 66-year-old Safeway into this, a two-tower U-shaped complex. The proposal is stirring up strong emotions.
This thing is monstrous. It's monstrous.
Robert Thorpe lives a mile away and has shopped at the Marina Safeway for 50 years. He supports housing, but says this goes too far.
It's going to be an eyesore. It's going to be an eyesore, you know? And so I'm beyond against it. Yeah. Beyond against it.
He's not alone. Many loyal shoppers don't like the plan. 25 stories, 790 rental units, from studios to 3 bedrooms, plus a brand new, bigger Safeway.
This is San Francisco. This is not Miami Beach.
Too big, too everything.
It would be a bad situation for the neighborhood.
I think it's outrageous. I can't even imagine it. Some seniors say it's not just about groceries. They rely on Safeway's pharmacy for their medications, and going farther would be a real burden.
Our doctor suggested that we use the Safeway pharmacy because he felt that their prices were better and that, they were very available. And they have been, and they've been terrific.
Shoppers also say it's a community hub. The Marina Safeway has been known since the 70s as a place where singles meet. Supporters of the project say when it's done, it could become an even better gathering spot. The developer, Align Real Estate, says 86 of the 790 units would be affordable, 6 times more affordable units than have been built in the Marina in the past 2 decades.
We love what we see from this proposed Safeway project in the Marina. We haven't seen housing like this proposed at all in that neighborhood. Traditionally, a part of the city that hasn't done as much to build new homes, and so that's another exciting aspect of it.
Jane Atoli is the San Francisco organizing director for YIMBY Action. Jane reminds people not to let perfect be the enemy of good.
I don't think we can afford to negotiate what is the perfect project or the perfect proposal that goes someplace. That's what got us into this mess, is we're always trying to find the right thing.
Mayor Daniel Laurie, often seen as the pro-housing mayor, is against the project, calling it the wrong location.
One of the reasons we passed the family zoning plan was to make sure that we build along transit corridors and making sure to take care of our neighborhoods as well. And that's just a developer playing a game. Because that won't be possible once our family zoning plan goes into practice.
The developer said in a statement that the city is facing an affordability crisis and needs housing everywhere. They believe the project qualifies under the state's density bonus program. But neighbors like Robert say they're ready to fight and hope the developer reduces the size.
If they make it 8 stories, it'll fit in the neighborhood, okay? But not 25 stories.
The developer just filed the application, so it may take months, if not years, to find out what the project will finally look like.
Align Real Estate has its eyes on Safeway properties beyond just the marina. The company's also working to put housing on the site of the shuttered Safeway in the Fillmore. That's along with projects in Bernal Heights and the Outer Richmond. Today, Senator Adam Schiff toured 2 new affordable housing projects in San Francisco and Oakland to unveil his Housing Boom Act. The new measure aims to boost housing construction across the U.S. If passed, it would expand low-income housing tax credits, create a housing construction fund, and make affordable housing options more accessible.
There's nothing preventing us from making the same kind of massive investment in building new homes, millions of new homes throughout the country every year.
Congresswoman Latifah Simon, who represents the East Bay, says she will be introducing a campaign legislation in the House of Representatives. Right now in Oakland, Skyline High School alumni, they're hosting a memorial to honor the late football coach John Beam. The Laney College athletic director was shot and killed on campus on November 13th. Andrea Nakano is live there. Andrea, I know you're hearing from a lot of people right now about why Coach Beam meant so much to them.
Yeah, Jules, there was a small memorial set up at the site of the shooting on the day that Coach Beam was shot. But this is the first real gathering of the community, and it is packed in here. The event starts at 6 o'clock, but is going on right now in 2 rooms. There are about a dozen speakers that are expected to get up on stage and talk at the podium. Now, family members, former students, and friends are all coming together to celebrate the life of John Beam, a man who had such a positive impact on so many people's lives. This event tonight was organized by the Skyline alumni. In the 1980s, Beam started coaching football at Skyline before he went to Laney College in 2004 and as the running backs coach. At Skyline High School, he was also a PE teacher. Former students who remember him being tough on them, but he was different from many of the other teachers, then that's what made him special.
He cared, and he genuinely cared. He cared more than others. He cared when he didn't have to care. He cared when nobody else cared. So that's what made him special, and it was genuine.
And back out here live, people are still starting to trickle in. The program is expected to start in just a few minutes, and people here were saying that this is really a chance to get together because this community really needs a hug after what happened to Coach Beam. Juliet?
Isn't that the truth? A big hug, many of them. Andrea, thank you so much. So over at the main branch of the Oakland Library, you can see there the public library today. The public was welcome to come out and sign a memory book in honor of Coach Beam as a way to share stories and his impact on the community with his family, friends, and loved ones. Bay Area streaming platform Netflix is about to be an entertainment giant. Our chopper flew over the company's headquarters in Los Gatos earlier today. The company just won a bid to buy Warner Brothers in a deal valued at $82.7 billion. The deal includes HBO and the streaming service HBO Max. It still faces regulatory approval. The transaction is expected to close in 12 to 18 months. Teachers in West Contra Costa County were out picketing for the second day of their strike. The union and school district leaders met yesterday evening and again today, but no word of any progress on a contract. The teachers union says they're looking for an increase in wages and better staffing across the school district. The district says it's committed to keeping classes open throughout the strike. JCPenney announced they are closing its Pleasanton location in February of next year. So we're talking about the JCPenney store at the Stone Ridge Shopping Center in Pleasanton. The department store chain says it won't be able to renew its current lease at the location and could not find another suitable location in the area. The next closest one for Pleasanton shoppers is at the JCPenney in Hayward. Still ahead here, right at 6, the World Cup countdown is on, and we mostly know who the United States is playing. We'll explain how there's a chance you could see Team USA in the South Bay. Plus, how Cal State East Bay plans to make use of a shocking $50 million donation from the ex-wife of Jeff Bezos. And it's a construction site heist. It turns into a chase across 4 Bay Area counties. How law enforcement tracked down the suspects. Okay, the draw is complete and excitement over the World Cup is building in the Bay Area. So this is a look at the World Cup countdown clock. It is making its way around Santa Clara. While we don't know which teams will be at Levi Stadium just yet, the home of the Niners is set to hold 6 matches, including 5 group stage showdowns in June. We do know all but one of the teams in Group D with the U.S. national team. They drew Australia and Paraguay. Now, the 4th country will come from Europe, and there is a 4-team playoff to grab the last spot. Got that? So those matches will take place in March. There is a chance the U.S. will play at Levi Stadium, but they have to win this group. So the Bay Area got its first real taste of tournament earlier today when the groups were unveiled at a watch party outside Chase Center. Brandi Chastain, the San Jose native who hit that iconic penalty in the 1999 World Cup final, watched the draw shoulder to shoulder with fans.
It will do what it always does, which is it will give opportunity, it will show soccer at the highest level, it will allow for one young kid, hopefully if not hundreds of thousands of them, to see themselves in the game.
Okay, so tomorrow we'll learn more about the schedule and which teams are playing at Levi Stadium. For a full breakdown of the draw and what it means for Team USA, just head to our website, kpix.com. A struggling Bay Area university is getting major support from philanthropist Mackenzie Scott. She's the ex-wife of Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos. She donated $50 million to Cal State East Bay in Hayward, the largest single donation in its history. Our Suji Nam spoke with one professor about how the donation will support the current student body.
Professor Derek Jackson Kimball takes a stroll through the Cal State East Bay campus.
It just means a lot to be part of this team every day.
Just like he's been doing for the past 20 years.
Like every single student has an amazing story of overcoming hardships, taking care of family, doing a million different things in addition to being students.
Professor Jackson Kimball has been teaching physics for 2 decades. He was thrilled and grateful upon hearing that philanthropist Mackenzie Scott donated $50 million to the university.
Every one of our students is going to be super grateful and can do great things if they just get a little more support. And this can make that happen for generations to come.
Cal State East Bay is the first Bay Area university to receive funding from the philanthropist. The gift came as a surprise for school president Kathy Sandine.
We did not apply for this. It was not until I received a phone call informing me that I had any idea that we would be a recipient of this generosity.
The Mackenzie Scott Foundation said they awarded Cal State East Bay for its dedication for serving the underserved, of which many are first-generation students.
I'm a first-generation college graduate myself, so I can really relate to these 2 students. I was them 50 years ago, and to be in a position where I can help students understand that it is possible.
She says they plan to add new student programs, create more student jobs, and make education more equitable by boosting financial aid.
We have been giving out a limited number of $1,000 scholarships to students when they commit to coming here at Cal State East Bay, and it would be wonderful to expand that.
We've designed and built laser spectroscopy experiments.
Professor Jackson Kimball says the donation will be transformational for everyone.
We really encourage students to get involved in research from day one here at Cal State East Bay, and so this kind of gift will hopefully open up those opportunities to even more students.
Using every dollar to help the next generation of dreamers. A gift that is priceless.
So this donation comes at a critical time. Cal State East Bay entered last academic year with a $14 million deficit, and the most recent state budget called for steep cuts to the Cal State system. In American Canyon, police arrested 2 people they say broke into a construction site and then led law enforcement on a chase through multiple counties. It all started around 1 a.m. yesterday when a security firm spotted the burglars on a live feed of the site. Police say the suspects took off in 2 cars in different directions. Napa County deputies arrested one suspect who crashed into the marshlands along Highway 37. Meanwhile, a second vehicle led officers down into Oakland. The second driver then ditched his vehicle near Plymouth Street and 98th Avenue and was found hiding in a nearby yard. Officers recovered about $90,000 in stolen tools and equipment from both vehicles, $90,000 worth. Both suspects were booked into Napa County Jail. The police say a third burglar got away.
The warmth has gotten away from the Bay Area. We had warm temperatures just 48 hours ago, but today with that fog and haze hanging out for much of the day, especially in the interior valleys, the best we could do was a normal high temperature in San Jose at 60, but we were a dozen degrees below average in Concord. Not much change to the day-to-day pattern as we head through the 7-day forecast. Details on when we might break out of this coming up in First Alert Weather.
All right, check this out. Firefighters in Benicia rescued a goose that was caught in a fishing line. This happened by the First Street Pier. Firefighters say the goose was too exhausted to move, let alone fly. They brought it back to the station and nursed it back to health. Soon they hope to release it back into the wild. Now that's a Friday story we need to hear.
Yeah, it must have been exhausting to not like hiss at them. You get close to them, they usually are like.
That's right, too tired for that. Hey, big shout out to Jeff and Kristen who are watching your forecast for Pleasanton for the holiday parade I'm emceeing tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Okay, it'll be chilly.
All right, so bundle up, Jeff and Kristen and everyone else.
Those interior valleys of the East Bay, including the Tri-Valley, not going to warm up a whole lot for the next several days.
We'll see Santa with some kind of
see Santa's breath a little bit.
coming out.
Yes, exactly, especially after a little bit of hot cocoa or hot chocolate, whichever you want to call it. Yeah. Let's take a look at what's happening weather-wise as we head through the next several days. See that haze on the horizon. That's going to be there for a while. Morning fog giving way to afternoon hazy sunshine. Near normal temperatures, but a little bit on the short side of average for much of the Bay Area. Well, in the short side of average as we look at those interior valleys of the East Bay and the North Bay. Air quality, not great. Wasn't good today. It's not going to be great for the next several days, but no spare the air alerts at this point. And no rain in sight for the foreseeable future. We'll check out the long-range outlook in just a second. But let's talk about air quality. Today, we did have a lot of orange dots, unhealthy for sensitive groups readings inland in the East Bay and in the Santa Clara Valley. The Air District thinks we're going to stay in the moderate category through the weekend into early next week. I think we're going to have more of those unhealthy for sensitive groups readings because there's no real big change to the overall weather pattern. So just check up on folks who might be a little more sensitive to air quality issues, people with breathing difficulties, emphysema, severe asthma, things of that nature. Looking outside from a different perspective on Salesforce Tower, see the reflection of that almost full moon off of the bay. Temperatures mostly in the 40s already. Wasn't that warm to begin with, and we're cooling off this evening. 51 degrees, the least cool spots right now in San Francisco and in San Jose. Dog walking forecast for tomorrow. That was yesterday's dog walking forecast. We didn't have a pup for today, so we'll just skip past that and take a look at the fog as we head through the rest of tonight, which is going to be spreading in from the Central Valley and a little bit of marine layer fog as well. But it's really the Thule fog that is going to be moving through the Delta and spilling into the inland East Bay valleys and the North Bay as well. As we head to the first half of tomorrow morning, you see that it's still here on the map a couple hours after the sun comes up. And as we go through the rest of the 7-day forecast, it's going to be the same pattern. Gray skies for at least the first half of the day, which really puts the brakes on the warm up. And it's not going to be all that warm to begin with in the mornings, with temperatures starting off a lot of 40s, but some spots dipping down into the upper 30s. A real mix of temperatures around the Bay Area, mostly low to mid 40s underneath that layer of fog and low cloud cover. And then we try to warm up. You see all the blue hanging out in the Central Valley? That's where temperatures are really going to be slowed down by the fog. It's going to be impossible to shake. Now around the Bay Area, we're going to see temperatures reaching up to around 60 in San Jose, but otherwise mostly in the middle portion of the 50s, east of the Oakland Hills, only low 50s around Antioch. Those numbers well below average. Mid to upper 50s around the bay with temperatures at the coast closer to 60 degrees. You'll actually be some of the warmer spots for the next several days. For the North Bay, temperatures also mostly in the mid to upper 50s. Some spots lucky enough to touch 60 degrees by tomorrow afternoon. If we want to wash the fog out of the air and wash the pollution off the horizon as well, we need some rain, but it's still a lack of rain. That is the big story. 6 to 10 day outlook keeps us in that signal towards drier than normal conditions. 8 to 14 day outlook does try to bring a rainy pattern a little bit closer to the Bay Area, but it would be the end of that 8 to 14 day outlook that would bring the next rain chance to the Bay Area. It's a couple weeks from now. It's only happened, I think, 8 times that we've gone rain-free for the first 15 days of December. Might be the 9th time as we look at the 7-day forecast and even beyond that. Plenty of fog, plenty of haze for the inland valleys of the North Bay and the East Bay, with temperatures running mostly in the low to mid 50s. While temperatures elsewhere are going to be a mix of upper 50s and low 60s, with that morning fog giving way to hazy afternoon sunshine. But again, air quality is going to be problematic for the next several days as long as that stagnant air mass is parked in place. Jules?
All right, Paul, thank you. When we come back, a life-saving moment of hospitality. We'll meet the couple who opened their doors to terrified shoppers after the Black Friday mall shooting in San Jose last Friday. Our Food for Bay Area Families initiative continues this holiday season. If you want to support local food banks, just scan the QR code on your screen right now or head to kpix.com/give, and there you'll be able to donate food or funds or your time. Also, be sure to join us for our holiday special, Stories of Hope, airing Christmas night at 7 p.m. You can see the inspiring stories behind the effort to feed families across the Bay Area. It has been 1 week since the chaotic scene at Valley Fair Mall in San Jose where 3 people were shot. We saw people run in every direction to get away. Dozens of those running from the shooting scene sheltered in a nearby home. Ring doorbell footage. It shows the moments a San Jose couple first welcomed them in. Take a look.
There's a shooter inside the mall. Can we come in? Yo, can we come in, please?
Come inside. Come inside my house. If you need to come in my house, come in my house.
Sorry.
If you need to come in the house, come in my house.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One by one, they all came in, dozens of them, the couple who welcomed all those people into their home, Martin and Irene Garcia. I spoke with them earlier today about what was going through their minds when people were asking them to come inside.
I saw all the other people running down the street and towards my house, and I just made a quick split decision, let these people come in too. Overall, in the end, it was a real together moment, all these walks of life and different races and so many different ages. And we were all here for one common thing, that we needed to shelter and to feel safe and to be together. So that was really a beautiful, beautiful moment out of such a horrible situation.
Absolutely. They say about 50 people were in their home, and some folks stayed there until 11:30 p.m. that night until they could actually go get their cars out of the garage. The 17-year-old suspect was arraigned this week on charges including attempted murder. The Santa Clara County DA is asking a judge to transfer the case to adult court. Back to the Garcia family, though. They actually ended up serving pizza that night. I asked them, what are you serving tonight? They said, maybe pizza. Hey, knock on their door. Just kidding. CBS Evening News is next on KPIX. Local news continues on our streaming service. We're back here in 30 minutes with more news for you at 7 o'clock. We'll see you then.